There's no denying that Indians, or more specifically Hindus, have made significant contributions to the world. Numerous statistics illustrate their success and prosperity, whether in India or other countries where they have settled. For example, let's examine the United States. Hindus are the wealthiest ethnic group with a median income of $119,858 in 2018 compared to just $65,902 for white Americans. A high percentage of Hindu immigrants hold high-paying jobs, with 79% employed in management, business, science, and arts occupations compared to only 43% of US-born and 37% of all other immigrants. Hindus have the lowest poverty rate in the US, with only 6% living in poverty compared to 10% for all Asians and 13% for all Americans. Hindus are also the most educated, with 80% of Hindus immigrants over the age of 25 holding at least a bachelor's degree in 2021 compared to roughly one-third of all foreign-born and US-born adults. Additionally, 49% of Hindu immigrant adults hold a graduate or professional degree compared to 15% of foreign-born and 13% of US-born adults. Although Hindu immigrants represent 1% of the US population, they represent 8% of high-tech company founders and one-third of technology startups in Silicon Valley. Notable Indian-American billionaires from a Hindu background include Jay Chaudhry, CEO of Scalar with a net worth of $8.3 billion, Vinod Khosla, co-founder of Sun Microsystems with a net worth of $5.3 billion, Romesh Vadvani, founder and CEO of Symphony Technology Group with a net worth of $5.1 billion, Rakesh Gangwal, co-founder of Indigo, net worth $4 billion, Neeraj Shah, CEO of Wayfair with a net worth of $2.8 billion, Anil Bhushri, CEO of Workday with a net worth of $2.3 billion. And while the above statistics are often attributed to Indians, it is important to make a clear distinction between Indians and Hindus. The success of Indians is due to the ancient enlightened Hindu civilization, which has played a significant role in shaping their values and beliefs, but which has undergone centuries of ethnocide and genocide. Unfortunately, similar to how yoga has been stripped of its Hindu identity, the Indian culture and tradition have been robbed of their Hindu roots. It is extremely alarming to note, even in the modern day, the increasing trend in undermining, ridiculing, shaming, and even branding as a cult the Hindu religion, culture, and tradition. This is a highly concerning trend given the significant contributions of Hinduism to science, human knowledge, and culture throughout history. For example, the first language comes from Hinduism. The first democracy comes from Hinduism. The Manuvati Dharma Shastra, the first ever constitution, originates from Hinduism. Yoga and Ayurveda come from Hinduism. The father of surgery, Sushruta, is a Hindu saint. The Sushruta Samhita is among the most important ancient medical treatises and is one of the fundamental texts of medical tradition in India, along with the Charak Samhita. Hinduism also gave the concept of zero, Pythagoras' theorem, nuclear technology, and the theory of antimatter. The first ever book on cosmology, the Hindu scripture Surya Vedanta, confirms modern-day discoveries. These are just few examples of the rich legacy of Hinduism. Hinduism gifted the world the first ever universities such as Takshashila, Naimisharanya, and much later Nalanda. Takshashila University is over 3,600 years old. Many ancient Hindu physicians, politicians, grammarians, rulers, authors, and astronomers studied at this university. Worth mentioning were Sanskrit linguist and grammarian Panini, physician Charaka, philosopher, economist, jurist, and royal advisor Chanakya, Maurya Emperor Chandragupta, and the list goes on. To ensure that the same knowledge and success is passed on to future generations, it is essential to acknowledge that the success enjoyed by Indians is because of the deep-rooted Hindu heritage that has propelled them forward. For example, the Varnashrama Dharma system is the most beautiful Hindu science developed for the best and stable society. The 4 types of resources are land, knowledge, wealth, and weapons. In the Varnashrama Dharma, wealth was vested with one Varna, the Vaishyas. Knowledge was vested with one Varna, the Brahmanas. Land was vested with one Varna, the Shudras. Weapons and power were vested with one Varna, the Kshatriyas. And all of them were interdependent. It is a beautiful system where responsibilism is encouraged. This system was misrepresented and turned into a discriminatory caste system by colonizers. Fortunately, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam, has revived the Varnashrama Dharma in the United States of Kailasa. The Hindu civilization has created a strong foundation and a stable and strong society for Indians. It is worth noting that Indians have one of the lowest divorce rates in the world with a rate of around 1% as of 2020. And the backbone of the ancient Hindu civilization is the Gurukul system. Gurukul means Guru's home. The primary, fundamental, foundational first principle of Hinduism is Guru-disciple relationship. The Gurukul is a unique concept of knowledge transmission from the master, Guru, to the student-disciple, where the student lives with the master, absorbing the sciences of enlightenment from him. Even Krishna and Rama went to Gurukul to imbibe the Hindu enlightenment sciences to validate and share their sacred experience with humanity. Rama is the first Vyasa who compiled the 108 Upanishads, the Hindu scriptures, nowhere but under the banyan tree that is located at Adi Kailasa, the headquarters of Kailasa in the east. Rama is the epitome of dharma, righteousness, and tyaga, sacrifice. Rama lived in such a way that his life is the ideal way of living to be followed by all in the world. He is the role model of the Hindu way of living. Rama has been the hero of Indians from time immemorial. And here is an interesting fact. Rama and the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam, are both kings of the ancient kingdom of the Surya Vamsa lineage, the Surangi Samrajyam. And just to tell you how ancient this lineage is, King Harishchandra is the 31st king in the lineage. King Bhagirath is the 43rd king in the lineage. Lord Rama is the 62nd king in the lineage. Gautam Buddha is the 140th king in the lineage. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is the 203rd king in the lineage. Even today, 90% of the Indian immigrants are connected to at least one Hindu guru and the teachings from their guru. Their success is not haphazard, but anti-Hindu Indian media and now the US media brand Hinduism as a cult and the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam, as a cult leader. Just look at the kind of caption the media has given to this beautiful picture of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. The world owes its success to the ancient indigenous enlightened Hindu civilization that flourished in India and in the then 56 Hindu nations, as well as to Hindu gurus, because the science of enlightenment of Hinduism can only be transmitted from the guru to the disciple.